Hey everybody, good evening. I hope everyone had a great day. Today we're going to talk about sex. Using condoms when you're having sex, you want to, because the world we live in, niggas lie about everything. Niggas be fronting. And I say niggas because I'm speaking. Like, I'm grown. I can talk how I want to talk. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It is what it is. Niggas be lying for the dumbest shit. Like, I hate a dude that be like, yo, I don't got no reason to lie. But then be the main ones lying. Like, nigga, didn't you just say you don't got no reason to lie? So why the fuck is you lying? Like, what you lying about? In any event, when it comes to being intimate, you definitely want to use protection because you don't know what's out there. You don't know who's doing what, who's doing who. And I say who's doing who because you have these dudes out here fronting like they straight, and these niggas is smashing him, and her. And I think that is completely disrespectful. I don't knock anybody's sexuality. You are what you are. You like what you like. You do what you do. However, I think that it is a problem, and it becomes a major problem when you are lying about what your preference is, when you are not keeping it 100 about what it is that you like, whether you like men or whether you like women. I think that we as a human race, whether, you know, whatever your nationality is, whatever it is that you do, I just think that we owe it to another person, just out of respect, you know, to just keep it real and tell them what it is that we like or what it is that we want. And I think that people in general, I'm almost 100% sure we all ask and require the same things. You know, we ask that you keep it real with us. So if you feel like you want to deal with another female, or if you're not trying to be in a relationship, or if you want an open relationship, I think that it's only right that you share that conversation, you know, amongst each other, so everyone can be on the same page. If you like, you know, to have sex with XYZ, I think that it should, you know, be a conversation. It shouldn't be not necessarily a discussion, because I don't feel like you have to break down what it is that you want to do or why you feel the way that you feel. It's your business. You feel how you feel. However, I think that it would be respectful for you to keep it real and let, you know, the other person know what it is that you are into or doing. In any event, let's just get into what was on my mind today. Well, not really today, but excuse me, what's on my mind. It's so funny because I think that with me, I lost my virginity young. And I say young because, you know, it's not a secret. I'm always real. I lost my virginity when I was 14. And when I lost my virginity, the guy that I lost my virginity to, we were together for 2.5 years. We are great friends even now. Like, you know, the best of friends. He's like super cool, super dope. He's the same person he was when I met him 20 plus years ago. But the crazy thing about it is, you know, when you're young, you don't really know sex. You don't know what sex is. You want to be fast. You're trying to be fast. You want to experience life faster than you think. Faster than you think you should. In any event, with that being said, I didn't have my first orgasm until I was 21. So all that time is more or less you're just enjoying the feeling. You're not really enjoying the feeling, the real feeling. You're just enjoying feeling, you know, feeling that wood inside of you. That's what it is. You enjoy feeling that wood inside your chocha. And so with having that feeling, it's so funny because females be like, oh, I like fucking that nigga. Oh, that nigga this, that nigga dick is big. But really, that's really what it is. Like, you just like fucking that nigga because that nigga has not made you come yet. I mean, you know, it's all good to fake it. You can fake it until you make it. But in any event, who you fooling? However, sex is a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's a mental feeling. And it's also, you know, a physical feeling, a great feeling. However, with women, it's more mental. Like, some women, the older you get, let me say this, the older you get, you understand it more. And so I think sex is and should be more of an adult thing, because when I lost my virginity as young as I did, of course, like I said, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to, I wanted to know what the talk was. That's really just to be 100 with you. You were here to talk, and the talk not really amongst adults, but when you have older cousins and older friends, everybody have these conversations about sex and stuff. And so when they're talking about sex, I'm sitting here and I'm a little old virgin, and it's like, oh shit, like, okay, like they talk about doing this and doing that, and I'm like, shit, I'm a virgin. I can't really entertain the conversation. And so, you get curious. And like I said, I lost my virginity young. In any event, as a grown woman, it's funny because I look at even young adults, young teenage moms that's just fucking and getting pregnant and don't know what it's like to come. And I just be laughing like, girl, little girl, you don't even understand. But more or less, my thing is, sex is definitely, it's all in the mind. It starts in the mind, of course, and then it's in the body. You definitely want to be sure that you know who you're sleeping with, because when you sleep with one person, it's not really about sleeping with him, her, and her, and her, and whoever that person slept with previous to you, but it's more or less a spiritual thing. Seriously speaking, when you allow someone in your body, it's like their energy, their aura, your body then is like it sucks it in, it sucks it in. That's just the reality. It sucks their energy. It sucks that person. It's just like you're sharing each other. You're sharing, and it goes is vice versa. And so, it's so crazy because when people enjoy being single because they want to do them, and then they wonder why they have different women feeling different ways and having different emotions, it's only because you're sharing yourself with multiple women that has different personalities. Like I always tell people, overall, I'm a Gemini. And with me being a Gemini, they say Geminis are twins and we're two-faced. No, I wouldn't say I'm two-faced. However, I do have multiple personalities. I tell people, I have 6 personalities, 3 people live inside of me, literally. And so, depending on how you talk to me or how you treat me or whatever the situation calls for, will determine who I am at that moment. Not even that day, because at that moment, I can be a real bitch. And then an hour later, I can be sweet as pie. Like, it just depends on who I'm dealing with, who I'm associating myself with at that moment. But at the end of the day, you definitely want to be mindful of who you are dealing with. And I say that to say, men and women lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. But men and women lie. And I'm not going to make it just, a one-person thing. Both sex lie. However, you have to be mindful of what you're lying about and who you're lying to. Me, I'm always real. I keep it, when I say I keep it 100, I keep it 100. I don't got time to play no games. You either like me or you don't. There's no gray areas with me. And the thing about it is, the people that like me, love me. And the people that don't, they don't have a reason to. It's almost like they don't like you because they don't understand you. However, I'm so easy to understand. I'm direct. Literally, it is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I don't give a fuck. And so what I mean by that is, if I'm cordially, if I'm kicking it with somebody, or I don't really do too much kicking it, but if I'm seeing somebody 100%, like that's the only person that I'm seeing. Like we're not even in a relationship. We're not even talking relationships. But like if I'm sexually involved with you, I am sexually involved with you. And you don't even got to be my dude. Like, if it's something that, and I mean, it's sad to say because, again, guys are not all the way real. So it's like, I can be kicking it with this one dude, and he's the only dude that I'm kicking it with, but he's kicking it with me and another female, but he not really keeping it 100. And so, and that's where the disconnect come in at. Because nowadays, at my age, I'm not kicking it just to be kicking it. Like, we're not fucking just to be fucking. Like, what we doing here? Like, we gotta be going somewhere. Because at what point do you want to stop kicking it and, you know, settle and be an item and be whole, rather than just keep kicking it? It's all right to cordially date. You can cordially date without being physical. But once the physical aspect, like, it's just, the physical aspect of it is just so crazy. Because once you are intimate with someone, it changes the ball game. Like, everything just completely, it changes, you know. And so I think that men just have to be, they have to be considerate of women. At the end of the day, we are women. I'd be lying if I say men don't have feelings. I have seen firsthand that men have feelings, and men have ways of hiding it. And so the hardest thing is hiding your feelings and then expressing it at the last minute. The last minute can sometimes be too late, you know, and it's sad to say, but that's just the reality of it. You know, you don't want to wait until the last minute to tell somebody how you feel, because that's being very selfish. That's not allowing them to grow and move on. And it's almost like a puppet, like you're a puppet. For so long, you've been liking someone, and feelings have been mutual, but they're playing. And this goes vice versa, and they're playing. They don't really want to let you know because they don't really want to get hurt. But then at the last minute, you start, you know, you meet somebody else that seems more interested. And now this person is looking crazy, and now you want to express your feelings. And so, you know, it brings a lot of confusion to the situation. And so that brings it back to when I say you have to always just keep it 100. You know, stop playing games. Stop playing these mind games. Stop being physical with people that you really don't want to deal with. You know, I hate to, like, the older I get, when I was younger, I wouldn't do shit for no nigga. For real. Like, you couldn't, I'm not paying for you to eat. Like, no, I'm a female. Like, you a dude. I'm not going on my way for you until you show me on a couple of dates that you worth me going on my way for. However, now, you know, the older you get, you learn that it is a two-way street. It doesn't necessarily mean that you got to break bread all the time, or I got to break bread all the time. It should be a mutual thing, you know? So it's like, if we going out, it's not about who asks or who's paying. If we going out, you know, I might just, you know, be in the, let me get that. I get, you know, it's all about, I guess it's all about who you're dealing with as well. Because when you're dealing with a man knows how to treat a woman. When you're dealing with a young boy, I don't want to say young boy, when you're dealing with a man versus a young man. And when I say a young man, meaning a man in progress, you know, because you don't do things that an actual man would do doesn't mean that you're not a man. It's just you're a young man, you know. You still got the mentality of a youngin'. However, you're growing into manhood. So you're a young man. Versus a man, you wouldn't even have to question what it is that a man is trying to do, because a man going to do what he got to do when it comes to, you know, to his woman or the lady that he's entertaining at that moment. So, you know, it's just, I think that we, period, as a whole, need to be able to understand and be able to distinguish the two. A young man and a young woman versus a man and a woman. And, okay, so, overall, enjoy life. Enjoy who it is that you are entertaining, whether it's something long-term or short-term. But just be mindful of how you are being perceived. Of, you know, just be mindful of how this person is taking you. Don't be so selfish to, you know, don't be selfish to yourself. I think that that's the problem with us. You know, us as a whole as well. It's like we're so selfish when it comes to meeting people and wanting to get to know people. Like me, overall, I'm a genuine person. I'm a real person, you know. And so I think that people have this misconception where because I'm direct, that I'm mean. I'm not mean. I'm just guarded. I've been hurt. I've been hurt a lot. And because I've been hurt, I can be a real asshole. Like, I laugh at a lot of shit that I do. Because it's like, I almost can't believe that I say it or I do it. But it'd be like, you know, it's almost like you kind of warn people. Like, you warn people that you can be this person. And then when you become this person, it's almost like they didn't believe you. But that person you don't really like to become, because that person comes out when people take you for granted. So, you know, just be mindful when you're taking someone for granted. Just be mindful of, you know, the energy that you are around, whether it's man or woman. You know, we have a certain type of energy. And when you genuinely meet someone that has great energy, don't mess that up, because that doesn't come often. Now, it's one thing, like, I'm real cocky. I'm cocky. I'm a cocky bitch. But that's only because I'm confident. I'm confident and I'm genuine. And so that's why I'm so cocky. And the thing about it is, some people don't like cocky. But cocky is direct. To me, my cockiness is direct. If I want something, I'll tell you I want it. I'm not going to play with you. I don't have time to play these games. So, you know, I'm just a direct, cocky, playful, about her business, about her money. And it is what it is. Y'all already know what it is. Isis in the building. I enjoyed having this conversation. You know, this is one of my longest conversations that I had. In any event, we will be talking about more. So, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the topic of the evening. And y'all have a great night, all right? Peace.